Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Alright folks, so today's video is going to be a little bit different. In fact, I've only made videos like this maybe 2 or 3 times in the more than 2,000 videos over the last 3 years that I've made on this YouTube channel. But sometimes there's a topic, or in this case there's a video that's just so perfect, just so hard-hitting, so real, that it merits full attention. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I'm not just going to play a clip, where I usually play just a small segment of the clip, maybe 20 seconds, sometimes it could go up to a minute and a half, and then we talk about it. I want to play Kari Lake's new campaign ad, which is 5 minutes and 20 seconds. And we're going to play the thing in its entirety. We're going to watch the whole ad, or at least I want you guys to watch the whole ad after I have, mainly because I want to amplify it. Usually a campaign ad, they'd have to pay someone like me, or they'd have to pay a network to play their ad for them. But I want to do it pro bono, for free. I want to amplify this message because Kari Lake is something special, folks. The establishment is trying to destroy her. It's a very similar situation to Donald Trump. Actually, we'll get into that later. And if you have millions upon millions of establishment dollars trying to destroy Kari Lake as a person and as a candidate, well, we got to play the counterbalance here and use our platform, our influence, and our pull to fight against the machine and prop up Kari Lake. That's what we're going to do. Let me play this incredible campaign ad for you guys. And then honestly, I'm probably just going to talk a little bit about why it's so fantastic. So this video, of course, is a little bit different. Let's get right into it. Let's play that clip.
I think there's always that Midwestern work ethic that you've heard about. Because I grew up in a family of 9, it was honed even more because we had to work. We were poor. My family was very poor. We didn't have food in the house. I lived off of a gravel road. We didn't even have a house number. A couple times a winter, we would wake up at like 6 a.m. and we would go out and have to split wood and cut wood in order to heat our home. During that time when I lived out in the country, I remember having a really tight, close moment with God. I saw a plane flying over and it was really tiny. And I thought to myself, someday I'm gonna be on a plane doing something. And I had this God moment where it was almost like God said to me, you are going to be on a plane. You're going to go places. You're gonna do something big.
You and I have a rendezvous with destiny.
Ronald Reagan was my hero, and he is the reason that I registered the day I turned 18 as a Republican. I look at that college degree at the University of Iowa. It wasn't an Ivy League school, but I worked hard for every single course I took and worked my way through college. Working as a janitor in a drug treatment center where people are coming straight from prison to go through drug treatment. I learned how to use the big floor waxer. I mean, I can run a janitorial crew very well. I started my career at the same station that Ronald Reagan was at. I got my first on-air job and I was there for about 1.5 years, and I got a call from Phoenix.
And let's go to Kari Lake.
I am taking you along here in Arizona. And I just fell in love with Arizona. And the people fell in love with me too.
Kari Lake, known in Arizona as a charismatic newscaster.
He's a lion, hear him roar.
A staple on Phoenix TVs for more than 2 decades.
This was back when people did tune in. They tuned into the news at 5. It was based on trust and friendship. I felt so blessed having a 27-year career covering this beautiful state and the great people of Arizona. And I treasured my career and that job. It meant the world to me for all of those years. But like so many Arizonans, and frankly so many Americans, I woke up to a lot of reality during COVID. I realized that there was an agenda being pushed by the media.
And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
And I didn't want to be part of that agenda. I know this job has gone from being a job I love to feeling like it was unethical and biased to being completely immoral. The hang up for me was walking away from a big salary. I remember sitting at my desk in my office, and I just was praying to God about it. And I took the Bible and I just opened it up. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 7. You bring nothing into this world and you take nothing out of this world. And I remember getting the message loud and clear. Okay, message received, God, I got it. You want me to go. And right then and there, I decided I'm leaving my career. I don't like the direction it's going. And I wake up the next morning and my phone was practically hot to the touch. Many people said, you've given me the courage. You've given me the strength to show that kind of courage. And all of those thousands, literally tens of thousands of messages, one common thread that I kept getting from the people of Arizona was, would you please consider running for office? Okay.
The next Governor of Arizona, Kari.
We are a red state. We are a Wild West state. And we demand common sense, not communism. It can go right back across to California. We don't want it. It's funny. I think that job, janitor, might be the job that prepares me most for politics. If you want to keep pushing propaganda, your days are numbered. Because the people don't like what you guys are peddling. I'm not afraid of the fake news. I'm not afraid of the globalists. It is no longer the party of warmongers. Wake up, Joe. We will rip them to shreds before they get their hands on our kids. We're going to lift everybody up. We will never stop fighting for the unborn.
Kari Lake is strong.
I'm not afraid of the cartels. Arizona, we got to save ourselves. Day one, we declare an invasion on our southern border. There will be no mandates and no lockdowns to restore quality of life to Arizona. For our students, after 10th grade, they decide if they're going to go to college or learn a trade and be able to get the jobs that are out there. I will be working for you. You will be the boss. Arizona, I love every one of you. God bless State 48. Wow. Maybe God is tapping me on the shoulder, saying, this is what I freed you up for. This is what I freed you up for. We can't wait to see what you do when you grow up.
I'm gonna be just like you.
There is just something so real about Kari Lake. You know, they say that she's not electable, that she's extreme. They say that she's not the right person to serve in office, but what they really mean is that she's not your typical politician. She's somebody who breaks the mold. She's not playing by the same rules as everybody else. She's just real. She's somebody who was willing to throw everything aside and to answer to a calling, I mean literally. She left her job in the media because she was sick of all of the corruption and all the bias BS. And when people reached out to her and told her to run for governor, she saw that calling and she answered and said, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna fight. And that's why she's just incredible, coming from humble beginnings, working her way through school, working as a janitor, and becoming an Arizona staple, an Arizona star in a certain way, and now truly dedicating herself to serving the people who did so good by her. This is the person that the establishment tells you is extreme, as a fascist. When you see an ad like that, and when you see Kari Lake pour her soul out, does that scream fascism to you? Or does that scream authenticity and somebody who cares and somebody who wants to get involved? You know, it's the same thing that we see over and over again. This is what I was saying in the intro, how Kari Lake's story is so similar to Donald Trump. It's somebody who was a celebrity, maybe not to the extent of Donald Trump and his fame with The Apprentice and everything else, but nonetheless, a local celebrity, somebody who was admired, somebody who got nothing but good press, somebody who was in your life through the TV screen, somebody who Arizonans love, and then the moment she decided to run on a GOP ticket, all of a sudden, she became public enemy of the establishment number one, or probably number 2 or 3. Trump number 1, Ron DeSantis number 2, Kari Lake number 3. That's probably the best way to say it. And honestly, it just makes you like her even more. If the establishment can't stand her, if they're trying so hard to get in her way, and if they're pushing objective slander as if she's some sort of threat to democracy because she has certain opinions about a certain event that happened in recent history, if they're willing to outright lie about her, well then she must be doing something right, she must be doing something good that the shadowy cabal is trying to get in the way of. And what's probably most impressive about Kari Lake is how she has that wall that's being put in front of her, and she just smashes through the damn thing like the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah! And really, it's just the contrast. I mean, when you see that ad that I played earlier, and you compare that option with Katie Hobbs, I mean, for me personally, there's no contest. It's a lioness versus a little mouse. Kari Lake is exactly that. She is a political lioness. She's a superstar. I personally think that she is going to be absolutely unstoppable, but most importantly, she is the future of this new Republican movement. Gone are the days of the dad jeans neocon loser apologizing for everything and playing by the rules that the Democrats set but never follow. And in are the days of the unapologetic, taking no prisoners, absolutely mega-based conservative movement movement. No more apologizing. This new conservative movement fights, sets the record straight, and doesn't play Democrat games by Democrat rules as they continue to circumvent those rules, making the Republican establishment look like absolute fools, especially over the last 2 decades. Kari Lake is the future, and that's kind of the point of this video. I literally just wanted to give her free publicity, play her campaign ad for even more people, and so that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, possibly subscribe to the channel if you guys are up for it. I'm gonna get back to work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.